is this potentially the best forgiving set of irons ever released by any of the world's biggest golf brands? Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson. Welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today we have the brand new PXG Black Ops irons. Now, I actually went all the way to Arizona Scottsdale and got fitted for these game improvement irons.
I'm gonna give you the gamer-friendly iron called the Black Ops.
Can't but think about my dad when I see these. Yeah, he'd have absolutely loved these.
Okay, so we've got our Black Ops iron right here. Very gamer-friendly, dual cavity. So basically, we had the ability to insert X-Core 2. It's the same polymer that we've had in our Gen 6, Gen 5. Okay, so like I said, you're gonna notice, some offset.
Yeah.
The wider sole on the bottom, very, very easy to hit.
Yeah.
Very gamer-friendly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not quite feel as good, should it? Or is...
Oh, it's gonna feel great.
Yeah.
Yep. It's still gonna have that same feel as the insert.
Got it. Oh, it is. That's miles. How far's that gone? 210. I think we've proven what we're trying to prove, haven't we? Yeah. Why, you may ask? James, you are a PGA professional. Yes, your golf game is suffering, but surely not that much. In actual fact, I really enjoyed the process behind this, and I really enjoyed seeing just how far you can potentially push a set of irons when it comes to technological advancements. We're going to talk through that in today's video. I'm going to tell you what I like about these irons, what I don't like about these irons, and PXG claim that these are forgiveness for everyone. So we're going to put that to the test as well early on in this video, because we have a gorgeous little par 3 to have a go at. It measures 155 yards. This thing is the 7-iron. That did have a run-in with a boulder as well, so but that's my fault. I apologise to everyone involved to that. But generically here, you can't play knockdown shots when it comes to big, forgiving, powerful irons. I'm going to put that to the test early. I think I probably can with these, because what's gone into these clubs to make them feel so special is quite remarkable. That's what I think a lot of people are really going to get at when it comes to these brand new Black Ops irons. I'm a huge fan of the 0311 Black Ops driver, the fairway wood, the hybrid especially. So how good are these? Are they just another big clumsy forgiving iron, or is it something that's really going to make you think about what golf clubs you're going to use in 2024. Now, for me, the head style behind this is quite interesting because the blade length's quite long. Yes, there's a little bit of offset, and as you can see, there's quite a thick top line on there as well, but it's all in proportion, so it doesn't look overly forgiving. It actually looks a little bit more kind of in line, and I quite like that. I quite like the idea potentially of a golf club that looks more uniform, just bigger. So there's that to go at. We're into the wind a little bit, and it's a very difficult right-hand flag to go at. So, Black Ops, straight away, look at that come out, nice and low, nice and penetrating, and that's a ridiculous opening shot, isn't it? I didn't strike that well, to be honest. That was quite a bit of a duff, to be honest, and that's nestled next to the flag for one. Right, let's keep going. Let's see just what we can do. We are going to test this on longer shots as well, but I think generally where this iron's going to really shock people is here. The ability to play these kind of shots, the ability to play shots down, the ability to hit shots that are controlled into flags and then kind of get the best of both worlds, where realistically we're going to get that forgiveness, we're going to get that versatility. They're two things that generally do not go hand in hand in a golf review, but potentially with this Black Ops iron, they do. So let's see if we can get some really good close shots to start with. Look at that. To be able to play that down that low, that low, that penetrating at that flag, it's almost like a Stinger-esque kind of shot with a club that's designed to get the ball to go where, Bobby? Up, up. It really is impressive, and I'm more impressed with this so far in this review than I was, because in America when we got fitted for them, it was just like hit them. Got it. It is, that's miles. How far's that gone? And see how far they go, but be able to do this, I honestly didn't anticipate it, and I honestly thought it was just marketing. But that's 4 for 4. Oh my Lord, that's nearly just 2 slam dunks in it in a row. Let's get this cleaned up. Let's go and see just how close they've finished, and then let's test this club in some areas that might make me a little bit uncomfortable, and Bobby even more uncomfortable. Bobby. And you see, this for me is what I really enjoyed so far about this club. I've got 4 shots on the green there, and that front to back dispersion is exactly what I want with this club. There's not many golf clubs that are designed to be massive, designed to be forgiving, designed to make golf easier, what you can do that with as well. So the technology that does go into this PXG Black Ops iron, PXG do say that these irons are designed for a wide variety of players with a high strength miraging steel technology that allows the face geometry to be extremely thin. Combined with PXG's proprietary core, this combination generates a feel that is better than a forged feel, provides superior forgiveness and explosive ball speeds. I guess that's where kaboom baby really comes from. And for me, for an iron that can stop coming in at that trajectory to there, that one wasn't there, Bobby just kicked that one because he can't help himself, but I think that's remarkable control. That's the word I'm looking for, control. So here's how this video is going to go. We are well aware that these irons are potentially the most powerful forgiving ever seen. Kaboom baby kind of thing. But I actually got to speak to Mr. Bob Parsons in Scottsdale, and I really enjoyed talking to him about his love for the game, about how he got over his military life, and about how he's helping other people in the military get over kind of trials and tribulations they're having. So that was a fantastic insight. We might put a little bit of that in today's video as well. But for me, when I asked Mr. Parsons about why a golf brand? Why start PXG when there's the likes of Titleist, TaylorMade, Callaway, Ping, Mizuno? All these brands have already been set up for years and years. And his answer was,
I've been a golfer since my early 30s. And I never really practiced much. And so what I did was I would get better if I got better clubs.
yeah,
Right? And very rarely did that happen.
yeah,
You know, I would have friends that would buy new sport cars, other friends that would go up to casinos and gamble. I bought golf clubs.
yeah,
And so I rarely found that they got any better. And, you know, I even talked with a friend of mine who's an engineer, Mike Nicolette. He's now with our company.
yeah.
And I asked him at the time, he was with a different company. And I said, Mike, how come your clubs don't get better every year? He said, well, he says, it's you know, we do the best we can. He says, but the issue is we got to hit certain price points. And then we have to have, you know, certain deadlines where we got to release them by.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you couple those two, it gets difficult. And especially concerned, you know, what you pay for the clubs.
Yeah.
And so I said to him, and keep in mind, I'm not in the business when I asked him, if you had as much money as you needed to spend on development and you had as much time, you think your clubs would get a lot better? And he says, man, I'd like to think they would.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, I offered him I said, you know, how about if I start a company and you become one of my lead engineers? And he said, nah, I can't do it. I got to stay with the company I'm with. They treated me too good. And I said, okay. So I told my right-hand guy, I said, I'll hear from him in 2 months. I heard from him in 1 month. He says, I want to do it, and I got 3 guys that want to come with me.
Yeah.
And so that's how PXG began.
And that for me really does speak volumes about a man who, let's face it, was a billionaire, is a billionaire, but still wants to make something in an industry that is quite pretty much a closed box, you would say, or a closed door. This hole's measuring 350 yards. We're going to try going 7-iron, 7-iron at it. Usually is driver off here, but I think these irons are that long, potentially. I don't think I'll have that far in from there, Bobby, do you? And that's for me what makes this like really, really interesting, because if you do go and get yourself go gadget. If you do go and get yourself a set of irons that go that little bit further, that give you that extra little bit of forgiveness, how much easier does it make the game? Does it make it easier to a point where you actually start thinking, you know what, I don't need hit driver on here, I don't need to hit 3-wood, I could hit an iron and then another iron, all of a sudden I'm around the green, I can then chip, putt, 2-putt, 3-putt if you're Bobby, and walk off with your bogey. So you could kind of say we have a problem. I mean, it's not really a problem, is it? We're bang in the middle of the fairway, bang between the 150 yard markers, and we've hit 7-iron off the tee on a 351 yard hole. So realistically now, we've probably got too much club in our hands, but this is where the fact that PXG claim that these are the best clubs pretty much all round for everyone who wants forgiveness, so we still have that versatility. We can still hit different shots. This is going to be quite tough because we've only got about 150 in, and I'll put a little bit of the kind of fitting from Scottsdale on screen now. Me and Chris were trying to carry these 200 yards. Which for a 7-iron's absurd, isn't it, Bobby? Chris managed it as well, to be fair, so you'd need a lot of wedges in the bag. That's the one thing you would have to say. Right, a little low chipper. Over the bunker, then check. Go on then. Oh, I'll tell you what, come down that slope now. Oh, is it coming? Yeah, no. It's trying, I think it is. There we go, there we go. Green in reg, thanks for coming. So what I really like about the aesthetics about these clubs as well is we all know PXG's kind of mantra that they have to look good, they have to feel good, they have to sound good, and of course perform good. I'm a huge fan of that white bottom groove on there. I imagine that is to help them set lie angles as well as to help you with a little bit of depth perception if I'm thinking rightly from other brands that do have white bottom grooves. This is for a birdie, by the way, which would be kind of rather ridiculous, wouldn't it? I don't really know how to go at this, but we'll have a little go. I mean, it's not the world's best putter. I thought I'd done all right there, Bobby, as well. We'll take par and we'll move on. Black Ops. That could have been bad. Right, I've nearly done my ankle in there. But yeah, I do think, listening to that, that feels really good for an iron that, again, isn't forged. PXG claim that this new kind of process with the technology in there, it's got a lot of big words in that I can't remember.
We had the ability to insert X-Core 2. It's the same polymer that we've had in our Gen 6, Gen 5. Okay, so like I said, you're going to notice, you know, some offset.
Yeah.
The wider sole on the bottom. Very, very easy to hit.
Yeah.
Very gamer friendly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it honestly does feel really soft. 350 yards we managed. How about 400 yards this time? Like, I'm not a long hitter, am I? But that's so easy. That might even, hopefully clings to fairway. Might just run out of fairway on the left. Let's see again what we can do with this Black Ops. I love that carbon effect in there. It's my favourite. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? My favourite part about it, that. And from the 400 yards, I imagine we should have around 200 in. Oh, we've got 230. Well, from here, so 220 in. That is a long 7-iron, but if I want any club for it, it would be this one. I can flight it down a little bit. We're into the wind, which doesn't help. The flag's right at the back. So if I can just play it with a bit of draw, nice and low, ball back in the stance. Like that one. Come on, just draw. Then take a kick. Oh, it has done. You see that? It might be front edge, but we'll take it. So a lot of people might think, to get an iron that feels soft, is that not just unnecessary? Why would I care about how an iron feels? All I want it to do is perform as I want it to. I want it to go long and be forgiving. But what can happen, I keep mixing up with this, so we've also got the Gen 7 irons as well, what I got fitted for, and they are gorgeous. If you do feel like the Black Ops are a little bit big for you, that 0311P Gen 7 could be very nice. But because it does feel nice and soft, softer potentially than a forged golf club, I can play little delicate shots around the greens, even with low lofted clubs. This is quite a difficult one because it's a downslope. but you can see how I can just get that ball releasing down nicely and it doesn't kind of fire through and cannon through. So you can imagine there that with your pitching wedge, your 9-iron, shots that I imagine people who are going to be buying these Blackhawks clubs do rely on. My dad used to use forgiving golf clubs. He used to absolutely rely on his pitching wedge 9-iron, 8-iron from around the greens because he wasn't overly sure about his wedges. But is that for another par, that, Bobby? For another one. DJ Khaled probably used these as well, to be fair.
I'm saying PXG, we the best edition.
Par. Another one. So as you can probably tell, I am rather impressed with this new offering from PXG. I do quite enjoy testing high handicap golf clubs, forgiving golf clubs, because for me, these are the heart and soul of the golf tech industry. Although tour players might not be using these are the clubs that get people coming back for more. These are the clubs that get people like DJ Khaled into golf because it makes it a little bit easier. So we'll finish off with a couple of shots from 200 yards and look at the bunker we've got to go over. I'll be amazed, to be honest, if we can get one over there, but we'll give it a go. Probably aim just left of it, to be totally honest, because with a 7-iron, it would be rather ridiculous. That's bang at the centre of the green. Lovely strike. I'll tell you what, Robert, that might be long. That might be long. Let's go at the flag this time, because that is ridiculous. Oh, I've not caught that one. Is that there with a bad hit? It's going right a bit. Oh, nope. That wasn't there. We need a good hit. Go. Go on then. Go on then. Oh, well, to be fair, I'll take that with the first one. And if you do miss the green, we've also got these beauties, the brand new. Look at those bad boys. So yeah, new Sugar Daddy wedges. If you do miss the green, then you just have to jump in the world's biggest lip, grab the Sugar Daddy wedge, and just play it out like that one. So that video's coming if you want to see that as well.
I make this is for par.